So, I just have one question to ask. One question: is your brother an engineer? Is your cousin brother an engineer? Is your sister an engineer? So answer that question. So you that is planning to build and not in the country, you're not in the country and you're planning to build and you're planning to give your brother who is not an engineer the project to manage. How do you expect the person to give you a good work? Ask yourself. Okay, let's take for instance, you are in United States or United Kingdom, and your mother or your sister in Nigeria is having a health issue. Will you take the person who is not a doctor? Will you tell your brothers to take the person to who is not a doctor? No. What you will tell your brothers to do is to take the person to a specialist hospital. The only work that your brother will do there is to supervise if they are truly attending to your mother's need, to your sister's need. The same thing applies to when you want to build. If you are planning to build, if you want to give your project to somebody who is a proper engineer, don't put your brother in a position that he will determine what is happening in the site based on the construction aspect. I have seen and I've done a project where the brother of the client will come and stop us work. The brother will say, this wall, remove it. Or this one will say, make it higher, make it lower. He doesn't have that right in that construction, especially if he is not and does not know anything that concerns construction. Listen now, let me tell you where your brother comes in. If it's a must, you are your brother. I have seen people that their brother and their cousin brother did something to. If my brother now is in outside Nigeria and he wants to give a project, he wants to do a project in the family, because I am an engineer, he might to an extent give me the whole work or give me part of the work. It's understandable. But if my brother is in outside Nigeria and I am not an engineer, what I will do is just maybe to shake up. Okay, listen, if you must give your brother or your cousin brother or your friend who is not into construction, if you must introduce the person to your site, listen very well to one of the few or three things that the person can do for you. One is to checkmate if these people are actually working. Some people will collect money and not show up on site. I don't know if you understand. So one of the things that person will do is to checkmate if the workers are actually working. Show you video coverages, pictures of what they are doing. As an engineer, the only person I hold accountable, the person I'm accountable to is you, that is the client, and not to your brother. Your brothers can ask a question, I might decide to answer and I might decide not to answer. It is you that will ask me and refer me to your brother. I don't know if you understand. So because some of these things are problems in the sites. There are problems in the sites. If you want to buy your materials, your brother is not in the position to buy materials. It's shocking. Even engineer is not totally in the position to buy your materials. You must have to work together with your brother. The brother will not go to market and buy low quality things and bring to the site, and you are blaming me for a poor work. I will have to go to site with your brother or to whoever, or you employ a project manager that knows something about materials. I'll go to the market, send the money to your brother, especially if the person is not working on materials and labor. But I have seen brothers seen brothers who want to kill their brothers, not in terms of murder, but in terms of pricing, in terms of materials, in terms of additions of materials, in terms of inflating materials. Your brother is your brother, but let that money stop coming in. Your cousin is your cousin, but let that money stop coming in. Then you will know that blood sometimes will turn to water. Some strangers that you are neglecting, some of us that are here, it's not only me. There are so many people in YouTube, on Facebook, most times might deliver your project even more than that person you trusted. Because I am working because I don't know you and I want to impress you, and I want to maybe for you to recommend me and my projects. You understand? But your brother, you can do anything and spend 2 million, 3 million, 5 million of your money. You will take him to police, and at the end of the day, your brothers and your cousins will come and beg. They will bring him out. If you are planning to do a project, your brothers, if he is that idle, he doesn't have work, allow him to be supervisor, site supervisor. Let him be locking the gates. Let him be doing video coverages for you. If there is anything to buy, let him go and buy it. As other things, he doesn't have rights to come and tell engineer to stop work, to tell engineer to correct this thing. He doesn't have that right to do that in site, because some brothers are problems in our sites. And if you trust your brothers too much to also buy materials for you, I will also tell you I will not advise anybody, but if you must employ your brothers, let them not interfere with the engineer that is working for you. They don't have any idea. If your brother is an engineer, jejely give him the work. That is a way to support family. That is a way to support. If he eats your money, no problem. You can settle that later. But I'm talking to people that their brothers are not engineer. The cousin you are employing to stay in the site is not an engineer. He doesn't have that right to tell me what to do on site. I don't know if you understand. Unless you are instructing him to tell me, that's good. But when he wakes up and said, this is my worker, sacked, this is my carpenter, get out of the site. No, he doesn't have that right to do that. So please, if you are employing your brothers to get some things for you, find the ones that know what my brothers have. And it's better, to me personally, better give your work to another person. Let your brother be seeing what is happening in the site. It saves you headache. Imagine sending your brothers 5 million, your brother 4 million, your brother 6 million, your brother 10 million. And mistakenly, you have not been sending that kind of money to that person before. If you are sending your brother that kind of money, that have not been seeing that kind of money before, you know, some engineers, even though they are not getting that millions, but many millions have been passing through our accounts. We have been seeing that millions on a steady basis. But there are some brothers, that your brother, we know, that have not seen 5 million together, that have not seen 10 million together. You're the one that is sending that person 3 million, 5 million to go and get something from you for you. You might end up regretting it too. You regret that action. Seriously. If you don't have a strong family bond, even people that have strong family bond. But do whatever you want to do. But our advice is, if that person is not conversant with construction, let him be a reporter back to you. Let him be reporting what is happening to sites back to you. He doesn't have any decision-making rights in that site.